It's about 20 years that I am working in the business of real estate, in selling and renting and looking after our customers. I went through the golden years here in Spain, so there was a lot of money. I set off with 3 people, and in total we will be around 10 now. We came to this one because we needed to expand. We had quite some staff and the business was going. And now we decided to open another office in Calahonda. So the problem 15 years ago was that there was a booming here in Spain. Everyone wanted to buy a property in Spain. Everybody needed to have a property in Spain because the neighbors had one. So there was so much building going on, and the promoters were not even waiting for a license, had no bank guarantees. And a lot of people, they've lost their properties, they've lost their money, everything. If you would walk around here in the area, you would quite find a lot of apartments still not finished, and they will never be finished because there is no license. So all these properties came on the market and the prices went down and down and down because people at the end of the day, they had to sell for whatever price. After what Spain went through, they have been legalizing everything. So if you buy a property now off of plan, then you know that there is a bank guarantee and that all the paperwork is there, because they will not start the building without all these papers. So there's more trust again in Spain, which they had lost 10 years ago. There is an upgoing in the market, although most of the time the people have a certain budget, and I think the problem is a little bit that everywhere over the country there's a lot of publicity made. Spain, everything is cheap, and people come over here with the idea that they can buy a villa for 100,000 euros, first line beach, 3 bedrooms, mother, whatever you have. Once they're over here, they do realize, yes, you have properties of 100,000 euros, but it's not what they want then. So people with money or who can afford, they can find the right place at the right price here in Spain. Off-plan is kicking off again because there's quite some new urbanizations, and they're sold out even before they even started to build. So yes, people are in that again. But then the good old resales of good properties are still very, very wanted by the buyers. I think the banks are very difficult right now because at that moment they were giving the money away, and now it's very hard for honest people to get a mortgage. On the other side, they have a lot of properties which they want to get rid of, but they're playing the game very hard. So me as an agent, I'm not really interested to work together with the banks. You have, in my eyes, 2 kinds of buyers. The buyers with a budget which is 100 to 150,000 euros. And then there is a gap. Then the people with money, they come and they can spend 4, 5, 6, 700,000 euros. So there is a gap in between. The people who buy for 100, 150,000 euros, and most of the time are people who have no trust in the bank's home anymore. So they prefer to put their money in a brick, then leave it in the bank and maybe lose it all. So, and people with money, they will always be there and they will always buy, and they don't care how much it is because they have the money. Properties with good value, good buildings, they keep the value and we still can sell them. The biggest problem that we will have is, everybody is asking me a little bit the same question, do you think we are at the bottom now? To be honest, I'll say no. Because the next problem we will have is all the properties that the bank have. They have to get rid of it, they need the cash flow again. So at the end of the day, they will drop the prices enormously. So I think we still have to go a little bit further down, and that will spoil a little bit the market here in Spain. But once they're through that, I do think that Spain will be again a number 1 on the holiday market, because we have the sun.